$2.5 million. That's what two actors paid for a football club that had spent years scraping by, mostly forgotten outside Wales. That same club was being valued at nearly 200 times what they paid for it. So could you pull off something like it yourself? Here's the part that surprises people. You don't need billionaires' money to own a professional football club. For the price of a decent house in some leagues, you genuinely could. What you'd need a lot more is patience and a stomach for losing money on purpose before anything like that payoff ever shows up. At the top, buying into Premier League can cost anywhere from around £100 million to well past £4 billion, depending on who's selling and how badly they need it. Chelsea changed hands for roughly £4.5 billion in 2022. That same year, in that same league, Southampton sold for about $100 million, a fourth of the price. Drop a tier or two and the numbers shrink fast. For 30 to 50 million. Fall into one league or two and some clubs have changed hands for less than the price of a house. So for a price of a house, you can genuinely own a club. But here's the part that nobody mentions. In 2018, a businessman bought Bury FC for £1. Not a million, just a pound. Within a year, he couldn't cover the player wages. A takeover fell through days before the deadline. And in August 2019, the English Football League expelled Bury FC outright after 125 years in the league. Not relegated, not sold, erased, gone from the map of English football entirely. It's risky, it's a gamble, because almost none of these clubs can turn a profit. Championship clubs lost roughly £380 million combined in one recent season. League One clubs lost an average of £5 million each. Just to keep the lights on, you're not really buying a business. You're buying a very expensive, very public habit that occasionally and predictably pays you back. That means the money has to come in. Where and when? 3 places. Tickets on match day, broadcast money from the league, and commercial deals, sponsors, shirts, naming rights. For the biggest clubs, that last bucket alone brings in over £2 billion a year across the Premier League combined. There is a fourth way, and it's the one the smartest owners chase. Buy a young player cheap, sell them for far more. Brighton has built an entire reputation for doing that, better than almost anyone else in the country. Now it's time for the strange part. You can have all the money in the world and still not be allowed in the club. I mean, not to buy the club. English football runs a background check. Everyone calls it a fit and a proper person test. It checks your criminal records, your debts, wealth, whether you already control another club, and how much of the purchase is financed with borrowed money, capped at roughly 2/3. So buyers can't load the club itself with debts just to afford it, and the money in your account stops mattering. One club owner in England was disqualified over fraud committed years earlier, running completely different sports at a rugby league club. And even if you pass, even if the club is finally yours, you probably still won't be picking the team. Owning a club mostly means approving budgets, hiring and firing the manager, sitting across the table from the sponsors, and shaking hands on the match day. The football itself is somebody else's job now. Germany won't even let you try most of this. Under what locals call 50+1, fans hold the majority of the vote at nearly every club. By law, you can fund the stadium, you can sponsor the shirt, you cannot own the club outright. One club gets around it anyway, by making members so exclusive that nearly everyone allowed to vote happens to work for the energy drink company bankrolling it. Nobody pretending that's a coincidence. So if you want to own a football club, there is a checklist you have to go through, a plan you have to follow, and also you have to like this video.